Thank you for having me, Mr. Toby. I really, really celebrate you. We'll just start right away. Like I introduced myself, my name is Justin Tuchku. I'm a brand and business strategist. Over 10 years of experience in consulting. I'm a fellow in the Institute of Management Consulting, a certified management consultant. So I'll be sharing with you from ideas to startup. And the idea is to bring to your notice that it's actually very possible to have an idea and transform that idea to a profitable, sustainable business. I remember how I started, the journey, the mistakes I've made, and being in the consulting and the business space. I know I have a little idea or ways I believe you can do things better, so you don't make the mistakes I made while starting. So we'll be sharing on from ideas to start up. I would like to share my screen. Toby, please, like you disabled sharing screen. Can you enable it?
Okay.
Yes.
You should be able to share screen now. I've given it to multiple participants can share screen. Give it a try.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're moving from ideas to startup, developing an entrepreneurial mindset from ideas to startup. Samade Emi, the senior pastor of Daystar Assembly, wrote a book titled Ideas Rule the World. And from research, it has been brought out to our notice that more than 7.8 billion ideas have been implemented. 7.8 billion ideas so far have been used. So everything we are using presently, from the laptop to your toothpick to your hair tie, the picture frame at the back of your wall, ma'am, everything has been ideas. Ideas. Sustainable business is anchored on your ideas. So how do you develop an idea?
Look at
how do you
the link I
start?
sent
That
to
is
you.
the reason.
See Zoom. Just
That is
download
why,
the Zoom application and then click on use the link to log in.
I think you should mute yourself.
Because you Zoom registration before. Go download the application, go online, go and register for your Zoom, get an account for Zoom, and then try to join us after. If you have any challenge, let me know after.
Okay. Toby, I think you should mute yourself.
Okay.
We heard you clearly.
Oh, sorry. Somebody.
Okay. So we're talking on moving from ideas to startup. How do you move from ideas to startup? So, like I said, my name is Justin Tuchku. I help business command brand visibility, growth, and market penetration using strategy, data analytics, and digital media. So I've helped so many brands grow, right from Davis Executive Homes. We helped with brand Narabet. So I think I have an experience to share, judging from my journey so far and where I'm coming from. So from ideas to startup, what are we covering? What are we going to be covering? I like highlighting what we are going to learn, so you have an idea of what we'll be dealing with here. First of all, developing an entrepreneurial mindset. We're going to talk about it, identifying a business and opportunity. How do you really identify business and opportunity? Talk about how you carry out a research to understand the business properly. Going down to actually developing and writing your business plan, how to effectively do that. Then obviously, people say catch is, if you ask more than 10 entrepreneurs, they tell you what is holding them from starting their business is the lack of funds. So we're going to talk about how to raise your capital, how to register your business, starting your and marketing your business, and getting ready to service your newborns, which is your customers who will be coming to do business with you. So what is entrepreneurship? If I may ask, ma'am, what do you think entrepreneurship is from your own understanding?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yes, ma'am.
For me, I'm an education major, so entrepreneurship is, to me, is buying and selling. That's all I know about entrepreneurship.
Okay, awesome. I like that. That is the simplest way of defining it, and I like your definition: buying and selling. But what really is entrepreneurship? I would like to show a few definitions, then we'll talk about it. The Oxford Dictionary defined entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who makes money by starting or running a business, especially when it involves financial risk. Especially when it involves financial risk. Anybody who makes money by starting a business or running a business, especially when it involves financial risk. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad and the Cash Flow Contract, he defined an entrepreneur as someone that sees an opportunity, then puts together a team of people to profit from the opportunity. So the underlying factor here that he sees an opportunity, then puts together a team of people to profit from that opportunity. Now, one of my favorites is the one by Victor Briggs, one of my mentors. He said entrepreneurship is all about identifying needs and problems, then providing solution to them in such a way that people are willing to pay you for your services. So some key things are there. First of all is identifying needs and problems. That's number one. The second one is providing solutions to them. That's number two. And the third one is providing those solutions in such a way that people are willing to pay you for it. Come on, everybody is hungry. You know, you can go out cooking food, you know, maybe it's a restaurant because you're trying to meet the needs of hunger. But if you are selling your food or your restaurant in a very filthy environment, chances are that very few people will come and patronize you. Because yes, you are solving a problem, you saw a problem, you are meeting and providing a solution, but you are not providing it in a way that will enable people pay you effectively for your service. How do we really know entrepreneurs? Are there qualities of entrepreneurs? What are the qualities of entrepreneurs? We've defined what an entrepreneur is. It's someone that sees an opportunity, then gathers a team of people to profit from the opportunity. We see Oxford defined as someone that makes money by actually by going into business, especially when it involves financial risk. Victor Briggs does say that entrepreneurship is someone that sees a problem, provides a solution, then provides that solution in such a way that people are willing to pay you for your service. So what makes an entrepreneur? These are important things we need to know because people just jump into entrepreneurship. Are there qualities that ensures that anyone that gets into entrepreneurship stays sustained? Are there qualities that ensure that anyone that goes into entrepreneurship stays sustainable? Are there qualities that thrive as an entrepreneur? Number one, that risk takers. It's important to understand they are risk takers. When people are trying to avoid a particular pitfall, opportunity within the pitfall. So ask yourself, are you risk averse? Are you the type of person that can take risk in midst of chaotic situations? Think about it. Secondly, they are persistent and determined to get results. One of the hallmarks of entrepreneurs is that they are aptitude and stubborn when it comes to running a business. If you're the type that you try the first time you fail, try the second time you fail, and you give up, entrepreneurship is not for you. Because I won't tell you the journey is going to be easy and rosy. It's not going to be. It's going to be full of obstacles. It's going to be full of problems and traumatic situations. It is your determination, your passion, and focus not to let go or not to give up that determines if you're going to succeed in your route to entrepreneurship. Three, they demand efficiency and quality. Whatever you see them doing, they put in their best to ensure they do the best. They are that meticulous and they are that serious to getting results as and when needed. They are goal-oriented. They set specific goals. And if I want to tell you, I want to hammer, I want to be a billionaire, I want to make, no, they'll give you specifics. I want to make maybe like $1 million every 3 months. Specificity. They are specific and they are goal-oriented. Number 5, they take obligations seriously. You give them something to do, they go all their way to ensure they get it done. Points were extremely very strong qualities that make entrepreneurs either successful or unsuccessful. They understand the power of networking. Let me make this clear. You are as wealthy as the 5 people you communicate with frequently. Like they say, your network is your net worth is determined by your network. So think about it. They understand the power of networking. See, the money you're looking for is in people. The businesses you are trying to grow can only thrive if you have more people knowing about your business and more people patronizing your business. So networking is important. And lastly, they are able to work without so much supervision. So let's ask, entrepreneurial qualities, are they learned? The qualities I just explained, like, can entrepreneurial qualities be learned or developed over time? Let me rephrase that question. Are entrepreneurs born, or is he learned? And these are the questions, these are areas people talk about. Some people say they are born entrepreneurs, especially when they try to talk about the Igbos, people from the East. They are born entrepreneurs. They are born entrepreneurs. Yes, to an extent, I wouldn't say they are born, but they grew up seeing either their parents or their loved ones or people who cared for them to be in business. And more often than not, that trait gets rubbed off on them. But hey, every entrepreneurial quality can be learned. Have you imagined that a medical doctor spends 7 years in school and he comes as a medical doctor? He entered a novice. He entered very naive, not understanding what medicine is all about, not understanding what it looks like to be a medical doctor, not having a grasp of what the details needed to be a professional in that field. But hey, he enters a medical institution or a medical school and stays 8 years and he comes as a medical doctor. So yes, entrepreneurs, the qualities of entrepreneurs can be learned. It can be developed. It is all about how determined you are to get those qualities done. So let me tell you a story. There's a clan in Kenya. I've forgotten the clan's main name, but it's a real life story. So what happens is that the king was about to die, and he did not give birth to a child, a male child. And like you know, the traditions in an African country is a male child that assumes the throne. But in their traditions, if he did not give birth to a male child, he gave birth to a daughter. The person that's supposed to assume the throne is the person that marries his daughter. But you know it. He wants to protect the daughter and protect the kingdom. He wants to be sure that the person that will come up the throne is someone really worth it. Since he was about to die and there's no one coming forward, there's no hope of him getting any male child, he decided people were flocking around the daughter, trying to groom the daughter, trying to marry the daughter, and all whatnot. He told them, he gave them a task. If you want to marry my daughter, you must do one thing. Now, in that clan in Kenya, they have this river they call the River of Death. They call the River of Death because ravenous crocodiles dwell in the water. Nobody fetches water or swims water there. In fact, once a month, they go and offer sacrifice to the water so that the crocodiles will not eat them, so to say. So he said, for anybody that is going to marry my daughter, the proof of your love will be that you will swim from one end of that river to the other. And the first person that does that will be the person that will marry my daughter. And you know what? When the young men in the villages heard it, they were very angry. They said, King, go and eat your daughter now. So you want to use our lives in exchange for your daughter. They decided that they won't do that. How can you tell us that? You know, they refused. So on one of the occasions where they want to actually come and offer sacrifice to the river goddess, they were performing the sacrificial rites. Everybody was dancing around the river, trying to offer sacrifices. Then among the clans, some young men were talking. Suddenly, there was an issue among them. One person was now shouting, I will push you, I'll push you. Don't do this, don't do this. Don't push me, don't push me. Before you know it, they pushed one person inside the river. And he did not even know who pushed him. But immediately they pushed him inside the river, he started swimming. He was swimming like his life depended on it. He swam as fast as he could. And before you know, people were just clapping for him, hailing him. And before you knew it, he went to the other side of the river. He came out. Everybody was not happy. Yes! Finally have a king. Thank God. They carried him. He was still trying to get himself. When you go to the king, he now asked, who pushed me? Who pushed me? He was so confused. Well, you noticed the fact that is most times you don't know the capabilities of what we carry. We cannot measure the strength of what we carry until situations bend us to do that. You'll be wondering how I ventured into business. When I finished university, after that time, my dad had a heart disease. He's late now. And all the money we had in the house, everything was used to send him abroad, India, to go and treat him. He came back, and because of that, they could not pay my school fees. I had to stay at home for almost 4 years. And in a bit of that, that was how I became an entrepreneur. I ventured into entrepreneurship. I said, okay, I've gotten up to 300 level. I'm just waiting for me to write my final paper. I've gotten almost all the knowledge. I went back to where I did my IT and started learning for free and started working for them for free. I would trek miles to come to where they work, all for free. What was I gaining? I was improving myself, learning web development, learning all the digital skills I'm using now to make ends meet. And that was how I started. And before you know it, I made the money I used to pay off the debt we owed the school, and I served. Entrepreneurship. What pushed me into entrepreneurship was my dad's illness and the fact that I could not go to while about whining and complaining to work. Most times we don't know the extent of. These are examples of entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs are people who succeeded without a university degree. University degree is not important. I'm a graduate. I'll be doing my MBA very soon. Education is utmost to me. I cannot subscribe to the fact that people shouldn't go to school. But hey, if you find yourself in a situation where at the time you could not go to school, it doesn't mean you can't make something out of life. If you look at your screen, all those people I'm displaying presently, none of them have a university degree. Whilst Disney did something, he dropped out of school at the age of 16. He started his company, Walt Disney, and now the company makes a revenue of $30 billion every year. Mary Kay Ash of Mary Kay, she didn't go to school. Richard Branson dropped out of school, he did not finish. He is the owner of Virgin Group. So if you look through all this, you understand that those people, they actually did not finish university degree and they made impact. Is it important to go to school? Very, very important. But if at the moment you are not able to go to school, you should not be discouraged, because you can still put your heads together and build a sustainable business. You just need to ask the right questions. See the example of successful entrepreneurs who did not finish school. We have Steve Jobs, we have Bill Gates, we have Michael Dell, we have Mark Zuckerberg, we have Jeff Bezos. But let's come home. So it looks so foreign. Are there successful entrepreneurs in Nigeria? Yes, there are. We have Aliko Dangote, we have Tara Toye, we have Osman of course, Charis, we have Ibuko Awoshika, who is the chairman founder of Share Center and the CEO of First Bank. We have Nnamdi Ezigbo. He founded Slots. His story is quite pathetic. He started from the slums, started so poorly. He started by squatting on a table in Computer Village. These are stories of people who went from grace, from grass to grace. So it's possible. As an entrepreneur, just ask the right questions. Am I solving a problem? What can I do to better myself? Is there a need I need to fill? These are questions that can help you create problems. It can help you see problems and provide solutions to them. I want you to understand this. Every business you see today was once an idea in the mind of someone yesterday. Like I said, so far so good. The world has utilized 7.8 billion ideas so far. And it days beyond everything that serves as a utility for us now was once an idea. So the point is, how well are you able to see a problem, provide a solution to it, and begin to build sustainable businesses off of it? The ability to see and utilize opportunity, in spite of all the challenges you are facing, is the hallmark of great entrepreneurs. The ability to see and utilize opportunities, in spite of the faces, is the hallmark of great entrepreneurs. So factors that can influence our business ideas. How do you think about getting a business idea? How do you really get business ideas? Number one is improve technology. Once there's an opportunity or an advent of new technology, look at it critically. There is a business out of it. For example, using Airbnb for those outside, the disruption they cause within the hospitality industry, or even Uber. It's technology, advent of technology, new technology, and they're disrupting industry. So you can think and ask, what are doing now that technology can do better? We are using Zoom as a means of having this training. We are supposed to do it. If you're supposed to organize this training, we're supposed to do it properly, probably using rent an event hall, get all the amenities, all the things that we need to make sure the training goes successfully. It will cost us money, time, and stress. But hey, we are staying at the comfort of our house or at our place of having this training, and improves technology. Think about it, think it through now. Is there any way technology can make it better? If there is, what kind of technology is that? Can it be built? Can I learn from it? Should I use what I've built already? I want you to ask yourself questions. Why and how is the greatest jump starter of business ideas in people's mind? Is the greatest jump starter for solutions, critical thinking. How can I do this? Why can't I do this? What can I do better? How can I improve this? How can I improve that? Ask yourself questions. The one I want you to ask critically is, whatever I'm doing now, can it be done better with technology? If yes, is the technology available already? If yes, utilize the available technology, improve on it. If the technology is not available yet, is it something I can offer solutions to? Is it something I can build? Is it something I can create? It's all about asking yourself these silent questions. Number two, discovery on one's ability and talent. It's important you understand this. A skill as trivialized as comedy, making people laugh, can actually be a business idea. A very funny comedian, but he understands the business of comedy. In fact, I don't see him as a comedian, I see him more as an actor. He's not funny, but he has creatively and masterfully understood the business side of comedy using his talent. You can talk about Bright or Portia, which is Basket Mouth. He has understood the art of comedy, the science of comedy, and the business of comedy. So you understand, what can you do? What talent do you have that you can exchange for money? Like John Maxwell will say, talent is not enough. We can begin with talent, seeing the talent, harnessing the talent, and trying to monetize the talent. It can lead to a business idea. The acronym is ideas, so we're explaining it. Then E, environmental needs. Think about it. What is lacking in an environment? What can I do? I tell people, once you love yourself and love people, genuinely, you solve their problems. So in Port Harcourt, there's this young lady that started a business. Quite very frankly, he started the business not because he or she wants to make money. He started the business on the note that he will always live in the environment anywhere they are, within the environment. Port Harcourt people sometimes, if you're not in the right choice area, their mindset cannot be the best sometimes. Some of them can be very naive. So we're living in the environment trying to drop things up and down, up and down, up and down. So he saw it. She said, what can I do? She started off by going to help them pick the decks. And she started doing it within an environment. So on her, people are looking for people who can actually help them dispose their waste. And that was how she started. She started like that. In Port Harcourt, helping people dispose their waste. Before that, she turned it to recycling. The last I know, she got an investment of what, $100,000. She received a prize in UN somewhere in America. It started by seeing an environmental need and having the passion needed to meet that need. So the question is, look around your environment. Think critically. Is there a need I can fulfill? Is there a need that is yet to be fulfilled or yet to be met that you can help meet? The next one is acquiring. Like I would tell people, it is easier to start a business with a skill because it has low overhead. Take, for instance, you want to go into let's say import and export. Okay, maybe you want to start selling, let's say shoes, for instance. For you to start, you need to have capital. And that capital will determine how much of the shoe you buy and the profit you will gain and how you will invest your profit back so that you buy more shoes, make more profit. The cycle is far-reaching. It is easier to start a business on a skill. A typical example, I told you while I waited 4 years to serve, I learned how to do websites, mobile app, branding, all these things I'm using now. Right now, when I finished, I started a business quickly. I started telling people I can do this, I can build website, I can build mobile app. I started submitting proposal. I got my first major break when I did Scripture Union mobile app. Scripture Union Nigeria. When I got the project to do the Scripture Union mobile app, that was my first major break. I delivered the project. I used the money I got to register a company. That was how I started. It was easier for me because one, the office space I was working from, I was working unpaid. So I was working for them for free. So to compensate myself, I used their internet to do my business and to learn. If you have a skill, it is easier for you to start a business. It is even easier for you to spot an idea or business idea within the area you have training or skill around. So what skill are you learning? In this area of pandemic now, it is most important that you have a digital skill. Digital skills now are what it is one of the most sought after skills anyone should have. Having a digital skill, from being digital marketing, copywriting, programming skills, or every form of digital skill can save you a whole lot of stress. People are making money even now. Hey, right now you have projects you're working on, and they're not even here with us. Mobile app projects, web projects, branding projects. We are doing it all remotely. There's lockdown, but we are working. It's a skill we learned. I'm not having any other overhead. My laptop, my internet, my team, their laptop, their internet, and we are working remotely. And we're delivering. Digital skill is important, or any other skill you can acquire. It is easier to start a business or to spot an idea or a problem to meet a need if you have a skill in that area. Now we're talking about factors that can influence your business idea. Next one is the S aspect. Remember, the acronym is ideas. We talk about improved technology, discovery of one's talents, environmental needs, acquired skill or training in an area. The last one is social or political trends. You have to understand what is trending per time. If you look at the environment, what is trending now? Face mask. There's opportunity in face mask. If you can do it quickly, do it. Second, another one is trending now is sanitizer. Sanitizer is trending. Do it. Look at what is trending, invest in it, and catch out. These are ways you have to think like a business person. You have to think in terms of solving problems. Become addicted to solving people's problems. That is the foundation of actually generating business ideas. How critical are you to solving people's problems? Are you seeing problems and are you seeing solutions? The foundation of business ideas is coming out of love. If you love yourself and love people, you genuinely want to make sure anyone close to you or the people around you are doing well. And if you have that mindset and you are trying to meet everyone's needs, you will genuinely see opportunity and gaps where there are needs to be met, and you can use that to start up a profitable business. So let's look at this. Toby, are you with me?
I'm with you.
So something is showing up on my screen. I don't know what happened. I think it's from your end. You can check it out. Some red mark. So business ideas needs to be bright in order to be worthwhile. So how can your ideas be bright? Number one, your business idea must have capacity to make profit. You should understand there is a difference between charity and running a business. If you are going into charity, beautiful. That's fine. If you are going into business, understand you must make profit. Let me tell you a story. So 2 young men had their break in University of California also. So they decided to take a break and go to India. So when they go to India, they were excited for the short break. They wanted to see around, get distracted, learn more things, learn new things, just get distracted as the case may be. So when they go to India, When they came, they saw the poverty level of India. They were actually marveled. Wow, these people are so poor. And when they keenly observed, they saw that they did not have shoes. The first guy was actually pitying for them. Wow, yeah, these guys don't have shoes. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to America. I'm going to get shoes for them and I will give out to them. Now, the guy had compassion for them. He saw an opportunity to give back to the world. You know, he said, okay. He went back to America, got shoes, and shared to them by 100,000 shoes. He shared to them as his way of giving back and supporting them. The other guy asked, he went and spoke to them. Why are you people not wearing shoes? He said, shoes. We can't afford it. It's too expensive. And I said, are you serious? It's expensive. Wow. Okay, how much is not expensive for you? How much will you pay? How much are you willing to pay for a shoe? He said, if we see a shoe of 3 rupees, we'll pay. But their shoes here are almost $1. $1 is equal to like 15 rupees to them or something. Or say if you see a shoe of 2 or 3 rupees, you will pay. Fine. How much is 1 rupees? He calculated it. He made a call back to America and said, okay, see. How much can you make the lowest shoe? He said the lowest shoe can be produced at least at a cost of, let's say, $5. He said it's too high. It's too high. It's too high. You know, we're not deliberating that these people cannot afford it, that they can afford between $1 and $3. According to him, that's 3 rupees, that's $3. He said, okay, what can we do? He now said, okay, what other materials can we use to ensure that this shoe is as affordable as possible? He now said, okay, what if we use, what do they call it, Dunlop? A Dunlop shoe can work. And they tried it, and Dunlop shoe was used to make a shoe. And guess the cost of production? Cost of production was under $1. Under $1. And immediately, he carried it. He gave them order to produce the shoe. He financed it, came back, packed all the shoe, and came back to India and sold to them at 3 rupees. And on one shoe, he's making extra $2. And those people were willing and able to buy because it's within their grasp. Did you see the idea? One was a philanthropist. One saw an opportunity and utilized it. Understand your business is in business to make profits. It is not charity. Number 2, it must be realistic. That's the R. Your business idea must be achievable. You cannot tell me you want to build a hotel in the moon. How? Why moon? Why should a hotel in the moon? Why should it work? Your idea must be achievable. It's something someone will look at and say, yes, we can do this. Thirdly, your idea must be innovative. Something new or an improvement in what already exists. Something new or an improvement on what already exists. It must have genuine opportunity. Make sure you see an hungry market before you go about producing your product. The point is people go into business without having a clear understanding if there is a market for the business they're about going into. No. You don't go into business, then go and start marketing. You market the product, check the viability, make sure there's an hungry market for what you're about to sell, then go back and produce it. Your business must be honest, not fraudulent. Not a business you will start and before you know the government is at your heels and they're trying to arrest you or do something bad to you. And your business must be at the right time. See, once a business is at the right time, trust me, nothing beats that kind of business. Example, something like YouTube was available in around 35 years ago. 35 years ago. It crumbled. The startup went bankrupt because one, the internet speed at that time does not match that idea. Are you telling me YouTube is not thriving? It's thriving after 15 years. So what if that startup waited 15 years late to come up with that idea? So your business must be at the right time. So let's take for all of you watching me, I want to do something very interesting. Look at the screen. Take a sheet of paper, write down different solutions you can think of for different need sectors. So you can take the energy sector. Is there a problem there? What solution do you see? Presently, there's pandemic. You can take the health sector. Is there a problem? What solution can you do? You can take the logistics sector. What is the problem? How can you solve it? Take different sectors. I would like you to think meticulously. In these sectors, are they having any challenge? Are they having any problem? If they are, what can I do to offer solution? Look inwardly, look outwardly, and understand the particular sector you think represent the business opportunity for you. Let me tell you something. I like sharing this. It's quite very disheartening because I'm sorry to say, but Nigerians, we don't really think. We don't really think. The research was actually brought forth. It said 90% don't think. 90% of people don't think. 4% think that they think. And only 1% really, really think. 90% don't think. 4% think that they think. Only 1% really think. Bill Gates, everybody is celebrating Bill Gates now for all the phenomenal projects and all the phenomenal achievements he has had. He spent 3 days in his room thinking, trying to build Microsoft, trying to think out possible solutions. His mom was found, Bill, come out. Bill, come out. He opened the door with anger and said, Mom, don't you think I am thinking? Hey, after all the thinking that he thought, Microsoft was born. So I'm asking you to think meticulously in different sectors: the health, the energy, the power, the hospitality, the food industry. Think. Are there problems that you are seeing? And once you ask yourself this question, your mind starts looking for answers. If there are problems, how can you provide a better solution? Let's move forward. With so many options that you might have gotten, how do you know the businesses that is right for you? How do you know businesses that are right for you? It's important to understand this. How do you know businesses that are right for you? Ask yourself this question: what am I passionate about? I tell people, passion is a fuel that drives anyone to success. And as much as I will tell you to go into business, I also advocate that you do something closer to something you love. Because when the chips are down, it is your passion that keeps you going. I thought I was going to play ball. I loved football. In school, I was so popular that when you enter university gate and just ask for my name, they will take you from the gates to my hostel. I was that popular. I was going to play ball. I was passionate about it. But here, I didn't do it. But you know one thing? I can easily play ball without any pay because I loved it so much. I still play. So think about this business you are doing. If you start and you don't make money the first 6 months and things are tough, are you going to quit? Whatever you're doing, have this in mind. If it is something that you are not willing to do, even when they're not paying you for it, think about it again. Think about it again. I'm not saying you should not do it, but think about it deeply. Except if you have the resolute, you have your mind is made up that you're willing to stay at it till you work at it. Ask yourself, what am I good at? Think, what am I good at? Ask yourself this question: what really am I good at? Asking yourself this question will help you know the kind of businesses that will help you, businesses that you will thrive quickly on. What skill sets do I have to help me run my business? Every business is an offshoot of the business owner. Someone is trying to write something on my screen. Maybe, I don't know. Every business is an offshoot of the business owner. You are your business. Your business takes your personality type. And that's why I asked, what is my personality type? See, if you are the quiet person, you don't talk too much. You have no business trying to be a comedian. You have no even business working as a customer representative or as a receptionist. Because naturally, talking and relating to people doesn't come natural to you. You will not do well there. It doesn't mean you can't do the job, but you won't flourish. Compared to someone who is a sanguine, who is a people person, who likes to mingle. The way you even attend to hello, good afternoon, thanks for coming, you see the passion and joy because it comes natural. It's important to understand. Ask yourself this question: what is my ultimate goal? Is it financial freedom? Is it more time with my family? Is it leaving a legacy for other generation? Now listen, If you are in business to build financial freedom, you may not build it with, you may not build a business that has structure, because they're just trying to make sure you make enough money at your spare time with different sources of income so that you can live a very financial free life. Is a different case. What is the aim? Is it so that you will spend more time with your family? If it is so that you spend more time with your family, you are starting the business. Okay, you close, maybe you start go by 8, you close by 3, so that you can go home and start a business. Or you can go home and have a time with your family, your wife, your children, grow with them. The reason for you starting that business also affects the way you should run your business. If you are trying to leave a legacy for other generations, you will not think on how you can effectively grow that business. You will not think on how you can effectively grow that business. You think of structure, you think of putting things in place, registering the business, getting people to put structure in it. You are thinking because you know the business will outlive you and you want to leave it for other generations. The reason for you entering it will determine how well you run your business. Other factors I want you to consider. Before you enter any business, have a good understanding of the market. And what I want to do in the business. Now, understand this. You don't just enter a business because you hear people are doing it. Oh, they say this business is booming. Face mask is raining. Well, let's go and do it. Understand. Try to understand. Have a good understanding of the market. We did a marketing strategy for a company that is about penetrating the market with a new product. A product that is just as good as, if not better than Morning Fresh. What we did, we took the product, analyzed their market, did a marketing strategy, carried out a research, understood what is obtainable in the market, what do clients want, what do customers want, what are the retailers saying, what are the suppliers saying, what are the distributors saying, what can we do to ensure this market enter the market quickly? How can we do it? These are the little things that we did. That ensured that we developed a profitable business marketing strategy for that brand. By entering the market, they know what to do. They know where their target audience are. They know where the market is located. They know who are their distributors. They know who are the retailers. We had done all that for them. So understand this. Have a good understanding of the market you are entering. See, the Igbos do something very, very strategic. They don't just start you up in business. They ask you to serve them. So you serve them for like, let's say, 7 years, and they let you go after 7 years. But after that 7 years, while you are serving them, you've understood the market. You know where they get the goods from. You know how they pay. You know who their customers are. You know the kind of customers you can get. That's understanding. Then when they release you and they give you what they call seed investment, you go and start your own business. You know what to do because you already have an understanding of the market. Most businesses fail, not because the business is not right, or because they did not do a due diligence to understand who is in the market, what is happening in the market, and how can they utilize the knowledge they have to grow a better business. Ask, secondly, what is my strategy in dealing with competition and attracting customers? Whether you like it or not, competitors will always be there. We are enjoying Zoom, right? Zoom is like the most profitable video conferencing platform. But look at what is happening. Google is launching their own. Microsoft Teams is already there. Recently, Facebook released Messenger Room for video conferencing. Who are they trying to fight? They are trying to fight Zoom because Zoom has been in the market. Now, you have to understand that even your competitors are your mentors. Your competitors can serve as a yardstick of you knowing how you can penetrate the market. So you want to enter a new market, understand who is playing in this market, who is doing what you want to do, who have done it before, what did they do, how did they do it, what was their pitfall, what mistakes did they make, what can I do better, how can I leverage their mistake. These are failure questions you need to ask. Your competitors are your mentors. Your competitors are your mentors in business if you're about entering, because they're already in business. You can learn from their mistake and use their mistake as a ladder to improve on the product and service. This is how I want you to think. Think on how do you attract customers. I tell people, businesses fail because they start off the business without marketing. You are supposed to engage in marketing before you start a business. And when I say engage in marketing, make sure there's a hungry market for the product and services you want to bring in. Make sure you have an idea of who your target customers are. Make sure you have an idea on who your proposed customers are, where they can be, what they eat, where they go, the kind of places they visit. Have that understanding. So when you are bringing your produce to the market, you know exactly where to go and sell it. This is how you start and run a profitable business. And ask, how much do I need to start and run the business for the period of time? Let's say 1 year or 2 years. People go about having a startup cost. They forget about running cost. So it will take you 1 million to start a business, for instance. You forget that when you start that business for 1 million naira, the business may not make profit for, say, 6 months. So you are starting a business, you should factor in your running cost and your starting cost. So you must, if you have a starting cost, you must have funds that will sustain that business for at least 6 months. And when I say sustain the business for 6 months, pay your staff, buy products and services, handle lights, generator, or whatever other amenities that is needed to run that business for at least 6 months so that it can stand before you start making profit or revenue from the business. Ask, how much do I expect to make out of the business within 6 months? This is where business plan comes in, or 1 year or 2 years. You don't just start an idea or start a business without having a solid understanding of how much you will make. We'll move forward and you understand. The right business opportunity should have a mix of passion, skills, and market. So you have passion for the business, you have skills needed to run the business, and there is an hungry market for your products and service. When there's a right mix of this, success is inevitable. 1, you have the passion needed to run that business effectively. 2, you have the skills needed to make sure the business is running effectively. And 3, whatever you are producing out of your passion and skills, there's a market hungry enough to come and taste of your goods and services. Like I say, introduction. Why is it important to research and study a business before investing? Why is it important that you research and study a business before investing in it?
Okay,
Hello?
You need the response, right?
Yeah, yes.
I could probably unmute few people to talk. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Anybody want to talk? You can. Okay. Isaac, you want to say something? I'm seeing your hand up. Okay. If you want to talk, you can raise up your hands. Mommy too, I think I've unmuted your phone. Okay, Nicholas from Ghana, I can see you are there too. You have anything to say to that question? Why is it important to research your business before you start?
Okay, it will help you to have a clearer picture of what your audience need and where you can find them.
Okay, that's a very brilliant one. Yes. Where your audience are and where you can find them, that's interesting. I mean, that needs assessment is very important, it's very key. Any other person who else is talking?
Do you want us to say something?
Yeah, that would be fine, ma'am.
Okay, so what's the question, number 1?
Yeah, why is it important to research your business before you invest in it?
So that you won't make a mistake that you will regret later.
Okay. Ojoluwaseyi, are you saying something too?
Sir?
All right, do you have anything?
It's important to research about the business before investing in it. Firstly, to get the market research, you get customer details to know whether the business will be profitable or not. So you make research to find out your customers, your competitors rather, to know who you are competing against, and now you can very much well come up with a better strategy to help boost your business and all like that.
Okay, that's a very good one.
That's fantastic.
Sorry, before you continue, please, everyone, I sent a message earlier. You can put down your email address so that we can give you the video of this course after now. We'll try and do a lot of editing on it, and then we'll send back to you. So please put your email address, your email address in the chat box, my name, your email. You can also put your location. That would be nice. You can reach out. You can continue, Mr. Johnson.
Okay. Practical ways, when they say research, some people think it's difficult. They think it's something they have to pay. Yeah, people do visibility study and they pay wholesome, they pay. See, there's a visibility study that is worth $2 million. I think that's when we try to do that, the person was to pay $1 million for us to actually research and find out the business he's trying to enter into, whether it's valuable. Well, in as much as you may not have those kind of funds to give consultants like us to actually help you do those things, are there ways in which you can actually carry out a research? Number one is question. See, questions are revealers. Number one, the person you feel like you don't know, the person assumes an authority. He's asking me a question that he doesn't know. It reveals the ego in the person, depending on the kind of question. So depending on the business you want to go to that place and ask questions. You want to sell car. Where do they sell car? If it's in Lagos, Ladipo, or around the line. If it is in Port Harcourt, you see it along the road. How much do you sell this car? You say, wow, this is well. Is it this expensive? How much do I need to even start? How do I sell? Can I come and learn from you? Can I serve from you? See, just research, study, ask questions, ask. With the aid of Google, there's nothing you won't want, you cannot know now. The point is, I think most we are just probably maybe some of them are lazy. And this is why you need to think out of the box to do things you can to ensure you make you can't start a business, you want to invest millions of naira in the business, or you want to invest your last savings and you don't know anything about the business. No, you don't do that. You research, you ask questions. Where are they getting these goods from? Who are the kind of customers? How do I sell to them? When do they buy? Where do they buy? What can I say? Ask questions. Ask. The Bible even says, in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. The more you ask questions, is a way of visibility research. You get to understand and see and know if your business opportunity is viable. That's why it is important you have a business plan. Mr. Toby is having, I know he has some products, business plan and business plan templates. If you're about running it, if you want to run a profitable business, I think you should just chat him up and understand, let him put you through on how to write a business plan. Business plan is a written document that actually puts your idea in detail. It helps you understand your idea very critically. The Bible says, the Holy Scripture said, write your plan, make it plain, that he that readeth it might run with it. Your business plan exposes everything about your business. It's a detailed written document that describes the nature of your business, the target market, the advantages your business will have in relationship to customers, competitors, and the resources you need to run that business for a period of time. Your business plan gives an investor an opportunity to know whether you're investable, to know whether he can fund your business. Right now, there are business plans. You should learn how to write it. In fact, right now, there are businesses receiving loan. CBN just said that we're giving their first batch of the 50 billion naira loan, about 3,200 and something businesses. And the criteria is that you must have a business plan. You must have a business plan. They also make sure that your business is fundable. You know, you've understood everything about your business. In business plan, you understand everything about your business. Where your businesses are, the kind of business you are doing, who is your target audience, how you intend to market to them, everything is laid plain. So a business plan is important for everyone who wants to build a sustainable business from their ideas. Why is it necessary to prepare a business plan? It helps you train through the business model and develop strategies that will help you stand out from others. See, there is nothing as powerful as thinking. You can pick a business, think it. This business I'm doing, where can I start? How can I start? Who will buy from me? These people that will buy from me, how do they think? Where do they stay? Why are they buying from me? Why must they buy from me? What can I do different to ensure they buy from me? Okay, they're buying from these people. Why are they buying from them? What are they doing differently? What can I do better? If you can think, if you can think about anything you want to do intentionally, you always come up with solutions. Your business plan will help you think through your business model and develop strategies that will help you stand out from others. It can help you better prepare to face challenges and uncertainties that may come up during implementation. Can I bet you? Let me tell you something. If I tell you I want to punch you on the face now, and you know I want to punch you on the face. Do you know if I eventually punch you on the face, you can easily withstand the shock? But imagine you're watching, let's say, Money Heist, or you're watching Champions League, or you're watching Z World, and it was so getting interesting, and someone from the back gives you a heavy punch.
Amazing.
How do you think you take it? You can faint, you can pass out.
Sure.
One, what's the difference? You were not prepared. Once you are prepared for something, mentally, psychologically, your body tightens up to face it. Your business plan helps you or expose the uncertainties. What could happen, what could not happen, what you should do about it, and how you can prepare yourself for it. So when those things are coming, because you already prepared for it, you will not be reacting, you'll be responding. We were recently writing a business plan, and the business plan involved that the client will have to get some things from China. So what I told him, I needed to pitch their business in front of investors. I told him, see, with the way things are, first of all, put a date to this business plan. If this thing stays more than 2 months, dollar will rise. And remember, you are putting this on the basis of dollar at, let's say, 386. I told him that, to put it in perspective, we put a contingency plan if the dollar rises to $1,000, 1,000 naira per dollar. That's contingency. So as dollar is rising, we already thought ahead and saw the possibility of dollar rising. So we used that to affect the prices that we quoted in the business plan. So we inflated it. It is you thinking ahead. So he is going to meet the investors now. He will not pick. If they say dollar is this, he's on the right side because he thought it through. It is a useful tool to seeking loans and grants and investment. Like I say, nobody will invest in you except angel investors, your uncle and aunties. No business who is serious or no investor who is serious with his money will invest in you if you don't have a business plan. What are the things that contain the business plan? The cover page, the table of content, executive summary, business description, your marketing plan, how you intend to sell, how do you intend to sell, your operating and management plan, your financial plan and appendix. I know if you want more out of the business plan, Toby is the best person to give you some content and some templates and also help you write business plan as the case may be. So I asked you, what are some of the challenges entrepreneurs face in getting capital for their business? I'm talking about idea, I'm talking about business, but to an extent, the cocoa is money. I don't have money, so I don't have money. I don't know how to raise money. I don't know how to raise cash. Are there other ways entrepreneurs can get capital without obtaining a loan from bank? So there's something I've learned over time. You see, money is number. Once you see money as just number, you can easily make money. What can you sell that 100 people can give you 500 naira for? What can you sell that 20 people can give you 1,000 naira for? Just 20 people, you have 20,000.
Exactly.
Think in terms of numbers. People are selling nose marks with 50 naira gain. They're selling nose marks to 50, almost 1 million people, and they're making 50 naira profits. Think about it. It's in numbers. Are there ways you can raise capital? Once you start breaking down that money you think you need in terms of numbers, you will see that the money you can raise it. 5 ways to raise capital as a startup. Number 1, your personal savings. Most people don't save. I don't understand. You want to make impact in this life, you don't save. I know some people don't earn enough to save, but no matter no matter what you earn, it's first of all an attitude and a culture you have to imbibe. If you send me 10,000 naira now, I will send 5,000 to my account where I'm saving immediately. No matter how small you can save, I don't want to know how much you're earning. Even if it's 100 naira, even if it's 10 naira, Even if it's 50 naira. It is not that it is small. It's the thoughtfulness of the fact that you put it at the back of your mind, that it's the necessity that you have to save. That's the main thing. When you start building that culture, you are on your way to becoming wealthy. I'm telling you. That's the thing. Savings will not make you rich, but it will open those opportunity for you to be rich. I'm telling you. Okay, now there's an investment opportunity that comes up now. I think if you have 1 million naira, you partake of the investment and you make like 15 million naira. You don't have the 1 million. Or a land comes up in a pricey place in, let's say, GRA. The owner is about going to London. He doesn't want anything to do in Nigeria. He just wants to sell the land at 1.5 million naira. Anybody that comes, should just buy it. A land that is actually worth at least 25 to 30 million, but because he wants to live immediately, you have 1.5 million naira with you. Personal savings. I think let's start saving. If you are thinking of building your startup, it has to start from you. In fact, if you meet someone and tell them you should borrow you money and you want to run a project, they'll ask you, how much do you have? If you tell me you want to borrow, you're looking for 100,000 naira and you saved like 35,000 naira, I can give you extra 30,000 naira, then you can try and find the rest. But you don't have any and you want me to give you how? Where? It's not always easy. Some can give you, but it's not always easy. I want to see your effort. That when you're building your business, you must invest. Secondly, sales of personal assets. Sometimes people say, I don't sell things. I don't want to sell my things. I don't like the idea. Let me tell you, delay your gratification. If your business is not thrive and you need money and you have a phone, sell it. You have a laptop that you can sell and can buy later. Sell it and invest in that business or do that thing you need to do. So far, you're not selling it to eat it. You are selling to do something productive. That is how you raise capital. Thirdly, friends and relations. You see, no investor will invest in you if your family and friends have not invested in you. It's not always easy. They want to know that someone that loves you or you know has invested in you first. I'm telling you what happens in venture capitalists or investment firms. They want to know you have something at stake, and your friends and family have something at stake. So start from there. Fourth, cooperative. This one is important. My mom does it. I wonder why she still does it, but she enjoys it. They will come, 20 people will come, 12 people will come together, for instance. First one will give 10,000. Everybody will, they'll rotate it, and it's working. When it gets to the top, they used to do something very, very important. You can also join that if you want to, get capital for your startup without going to the bank. The other one is partnership, other people money. You have the skill, I have the money. You have the skill, you don't have the money. Go and look for someone who doesn't have the skill but has the money and is willing to part away with it. You don't have to be greedy. You can share it 50-50. You can share it 60-40. Depending on the nature of business, if it's one you need to understand the valuation of the business and seek expert advice on how to negotiate. Beautiful. Partnership. Nigerians want to have 100% of nothing instead of having 3% of something big. Kai! Do you know how many percent this guy has on Facebook? Google, the chief operating officer, the COO of Google, once shares something big. She has 0.001% of Google, and that share stock is worth 1 billion. Of Facebook, rather. That share stock is worth 1 billion. Alibaba has only 8% shares. No, 4% shares of Alibaba. Only 4%. Microsoft has only 8% shares of Microsoft. And is the highest shareholder. We don't have 100% of nothing. Let me get down. Who be you? Liquid Metal, buy your share. It's funny.
That's very funny.
Please look for who has the money. You have the skill. You have the time. Partner. I know of someone that wanted to see. This thing I'm telling you is important. One man, Nnamdi, was talking about his issue. He came up with the idea of e-commerce 2 years before Junior started. The people saw the idea, saw it would thrive, saw everything. The person agreed to give him 10 million naira and said he would take 50% of the shares. He said no, he doesn't want. 2 years later, Junior is up, Junior is thriving. Jumia has gone public in New York Stock Exchange. Right now, e-commerce platforms are catching out. He missed out. What is 50-50? It's not 10 million.
Can you imagine?
They will give you 10 million. You have the idea. It's painful.
Mr.
You can raise
Johnson,
money.
seriously.
You can,
if we have to continue like this, we will take. I'm sure these people are already loading something. Even in this area of partnership, it's so strong now. And I cry for Nigerians, even myself. I discovered the secret of partnership last year, and I saw that what is there? What is there in that? I'm a teacher, all right? I'm earning 150,000 naira in a month, but there is a woman beside my house who is selling beans cake. Can you buy bread and give it to the woman and say, woman, help me sell bread? When you come, I'll give you 10 naira, you collect 19 naira out of the 100 naira. It's as simple as that partnership.
partnership. Let me even give you an idea. Please, in this period there, for this survival period, in this pandemic, please, you can do everything. No? You can do everything. If you will survive in this period, you can do everything mindset. Can you do this? Yes, we can do it.
Oh.
We can do it. We have the track record. We have the capability of doing it. Collect it. How far can you do this? How much will you do it? Okay, yes. Negotiate. Go do it. You must have that mindset, collaboration mindset. Don't think you do, let me do my own. I'm going to kill you. Sorry, this pandemic. You have to think partnership, collaboration. Collaboration is important. It's important. My slides are still very more, and let's see how do you find my slides are like 40 something. I'm not going.
You know what? I think we have to schedule another time for this.
So I'll just let me stop here. I will do this. I will do this and I'll stop.
Yeah, I don't want them to miss out. We'll call everybody again, perhaps on Friday or subsequently. We will not make it too long. We'll bring everybody up again. And today we are going to set everybody on the tone to get an assignment and work out something. You drop back to us, give us feedback. So that I just finish this slide so that I can round off with everybody. And then
okay, let me just quickly. I'm talking about how to raise money and how to raise cash without going to the bank. And these are 5 C's of credit. Let's assume now you want to go to the bank and borrow money. What are they looking out for? They're looking out for your character, your personal credit history. Now, people don't know this. See, if you borrow money from bank, any bank, and you did not pay them back, no bank in Nigeria will give you loan. It's BVN. Your debt is tied to one bank. So before they give you the due diligence with your BVN to ensure that you're not owing any other bank. So the fact that you borrow and pay is a good one. They borrowed you 1 million naira to pay in 6 months' time. In 5 months, you paid. That's a credit score. They borrowed you another 3 million naira. You paid to pay in 7 months. You paid in 5 months. That is credit score. And that is how they will increase how much they can borrow you. If you default in one, no bank in Nigeria can ever borrow you. I'm just trying to explain that. Capacity, your financial statement, your business must demonstrate the ability to generate income. There should be income, cash flow. I tell people, if you want to play this on the long goal, and you know that you want to go to the bank and lend money, even if it's not your money, let money pass through your account. How far? You want to give it, okay, just give me. They pay into your account, then you pay it to the person. Let money pass through your account. The fact there's movement and there's a traffic on your account with money makes it easy for them to borrow you money because they believe your bank, your business can generate enough cash flow to sustain.
That's it.
Another way to make money, your capital, that's equity contribution. You may not have money, you might have equity. So bank may tell you, okay, how much is your business worth? They evaluate, okay, they want 50% stake. And how much is the 50% stake? You can use that to fund you. So let's not be tied to ideas. See Elon Musk. He started pets.com, it failed. Started PayPal. It went public, they kicked him out, he sold it, he got his money, used his money to start Tesla and his new SpaceX. Don't be tied. Be the one that if you are building a business, there's an opportunity for you to grow the business with money. Fine. It's money they use in growing businesses. For example, your shoe is the best shoe in your vicinity, but you can only make 7 shoes in a week, and you have more than 20 people coming to your shop to buy shoe, and you can only sell to 7. How do you think you will grow the business? Scale up. You need money. You need hands to buy machines, buy things. Then you can now do like 100 shoes so that 1,000 people can come and buy. You need money. Banks will always ask you for equity contribution. The other C is collateral. They'll ask you for maybe if you have landed property or if your factories have some machine that is worth some money that they can use. If you have inventory, then goods and services that you already produce that you know you will sell, you can use it to get it for you. To an extent, if your business is on your business is like a contract kind of business, they want to see your purchase order, your PO. Maybe the company has given you a PO or the government has given you a PO. They cannot finance that your contract or your project. And you go and do it and give them their cut. Sometimes economic conditions can affect if they will give you credit. Right now, it's hardly for them to give anybody that is into event management loan. If your company is a hotel business, they can't give you loan. But right now, if your business is in the health sector, is in the, let's say, digital sector, technology sector, is in all those sectors, because they know now the economical, the factors around it are engineering that people in that sphere are making money and your businesses can grow, they can give you money. So these are things they think through before banks release their credit. Remember I told you how you can get money to run your startups without going to the bank. That was the first one. Then this one is not talking about how you can generate the credibility needed to receive credit and loan from banks. To sum it up all, I talked about ideas, how you can start, qualities of entrepreneur, what you can do to position your businesses, and how you can raise money to run and finance your businesses. I know if I continue, trust me, 12 o'clock was not finished. My slide is like, this training is 7 hours training. So I'll have to stop here, and I hope you've learned a whole lot. I'm willing to take your questions, and if there is any, and that is it. Toby, take over.
I'm so excited now, seriously. I feel very excited. And can I unmute a few people so that we can say something? Audience, you have the floor now. Can you ask a question? Like I recognize you one after the other. Do you have a particular area you want to ask question now? So that we move forward from there. We have spoken about a lot of things. All right. I'm giving 3 people to ask question now. If you have a question. Hello.
Hey, Toby.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. My question: are we going to have a copy of this? And is there going to be a continuation? Because I'm really interested. I'm not really business planning. I'm an educator, special education, to be precise. I want to get more information on this. I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, yeah, that is a very good question. Definitely, we will continue. We will continue with the class, even if it will have to take us about three sessions. We'll have to do that. Maybe on Sunday we can have another class, but we will look into it more priorly. And then for each of the sections, we will try as much as possible to get the materials available for us all, so that we can also go through it. And do not hesitate to send your questions to us. If you have any challenge, my WhatsApp is available, or our email address is available. I think I have to unmute some people first so that we don't have the noise. Okay. So, can you hear me all? Can you all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. So, tonight it has been very awesome. We'll just quickly round off, but just before we round off, I want to just tell you a few things. You know, I've not really shared anything, but right from the point he was talking about, I feel so excited to share this story that I started my own company with just 4,000 naira. Now, because if you have heard about people saying that, can you start a business without money? Can you start a business without money? Can you start a business without money? how much is 4,000 naira? Is less than $11 because I always think dollar every time I think. So I started a consultancy firm with $11. But how did I get started? How and what actually prompted me to start as at the time I started? I have a lot of story to share with people as to that, but tonight might not really be the night. Okay. But most importantly, what one thing that you mentioned is the area of acquiring skill. Acquiring skill is very important. In fact, one rule I set to myself is if there's anything they call knowledge, even though I don't need it at the present, I will buy it. I have bought one and it really helps me when I wanted to start my company. That was a particular skill that I had the certification in 2014 when I graduated from school. So they call it customer service, and I did it as a professional course. I had two certifications, in fact, a postgraduate diploma in customer service, and I became a member of a professional body as mere undergraduate. Now, how I managed to get there, I don't know. What customer service actually will offer me in future, I don't know. I have never really worked anywhere. I've never carried my certificate. I've not even used the certificate to work anywhere. But the truth of the matter is, when I wanted to register my company, late 2018, it came as a surprise that one of the certificates that the federal government will need, that's the Nigerian Security Control Money Laundry, will be needed for me to actually get my company license under them, was a professional certificate. So when I checked into my library, I found that certificate and boom, it was internationally recognized because any company could verify it from anywhere in the world, and that kicks me in. Now, that's the story. So it limits me from it reduce my funding, bribery, this or that, and that's me. It has been a part of my story. Now today, last 2 or 3 weeks, I was training some people online, and while I was sharing with them, I have never in my life counted how many skills I have. I've been hearing people having 40 skills, having 50, having 20, having 15. But by the time I listed all that I had, I have recorded 19 completed skills. And I started my 20th skill in this coronavirus. Now, I'm just sharing a story with you, but the whole of the matter is you don't need money to start a business. You just need a thinking faculty and a confidence, because I always tell people starting a business is 20% money and 80% confidence. I am not sharing screen now, but I needed you to write that down. To start a business is 20% monetary or skill or whatever, and it is 80% confidence. The number two advice I'm going to give you tonight is, even if you don't have a skill, learn how to sell. That's important. If you don't have any business idea that you want to start now, learn how to sell. Why is that important? The first product you can sell is yourself. Am I speaking to somebody now? You are the first product that anybody will buy. If I tell you, if Davido is used as a billboard banner in any of the international brand or Nigeria, but why would people have to rush him? It's because Davido is known. Who is the founder of Picnic? We don't even know who's the person. But if Picnic use Davido for an advert, people start buying because they know someone who is the face of the brand. All right, so the first product anybody can buy is your personality. And if you are not solid at what you carry, if your business idea, if you cannot tell your story, if you cannot tell your story to people and say, people, okay, you are selling onion. What's the story? Why are you selling onion? And you are saying you want to sell onion because you wanted to make money. That's none of the reason. For crying out loud. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So you should have a story that when people ask you, why are you doing what you're doing? The first thing is the power of storytelling. It helps you sell further. So all these secrets we'll be sharing more and more in our next online meeting. And I feel so very excited to have everyone here tonight, because I know it's been very, very awesome. You mentioned partnership. You mentioned all of this. And see, let me tell you one thing about savings. I actually was a victim of saving before. I couldn't save. Not because I could not save actually, but I realized one of the reasons why people don't save is because, number one, we don't have a plan for money. All right. So if you don't have a plan for money, if you say, I have 20,000 naira now, or I have 50,000 naira, you just put it in the bank. The money was not attached to anything. It's not meant for your school fee. It's not meant for buying dress. It's not meant for acquiring a skill. You just put it there. Anything can take that money. Why? Because there was no purpose for that money initially. Are you getting it now? But if there's something you say, I want to save, and then you're saving, you say, this money, I'm not going to touch it. I want to save. It has already been attached, recorded for a purpose. Even if you have an emergency case, you will rather want to go and borrow so that you can have a sense of urgency to return from where you borrowed it than to go into your savings and dip your hands into it. Are you getting it now? So saving is very, very important. How can you save? You begin to write it down from now. There are some of us who do some level of charity. Anybody just come to you and say, I need 1,000 naira, you give. Anybody come to you and say, I need, can you give me this, you give. Can you borrow me, you give. See, the moment you start borrowing, I'm not trying to be wicked here. The moment you start borrowing anyhow, you will lose your breath. You're going to lose your peace. That's what I've discovered. Okay, so what do? I give every month with the little capacity that I have. If my income is 50,000 naira, throughout last year, my giving was 5,000 naira every month. Now, the 5,000 naira, whether I have anybody who asks or I don't have anybody who asks, I just know that if you ask me for 10,000 naira, I will tell you this is 1,000 naira that I have. I'm giving you, I'm not borrowing. I know they borrow people money. That's my clarity. So when I give you, you go. I know in my mind I have peace. I'm not thinking that somebody is actually owing me. No. Are you getting it now? Because if I give you the 10,000 naira and I don't have the capacity to release 10,000 naira from my within, it sucks. It will give me problem if you are not going to return it. And I know myself as somebody who does not know how to ask people for money. So with that, I have this mindset. Let me create a portion of my income that if anybody asks, I can meet somebody's needs. Fantastic. Now, if on the first of the year you ask for the money and I am willing to give you that 5,000 naira for that month, if somebody come on the second of the month and ask me for money, it is till the next month. I don't give out money again. That is my principle. I hope you're clear. So if the moment I exhaust my shared fund for charity or whatever, till the following month when I have another fund sourced for that purpose, I don't give out any money. I don't borrow. I don't do anything. I don't borrow. If I will have to help, I don't even borrow from people. I don't know how to say it now, but I'm saying my mind to you. Save. 100 naira is a drop. And if you see, they say a drop of water makes an ocean. Daily, pump, 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 pump. The moment you come back, you see that your cup has filled. Pump, 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 pump. The moment you come back, a bucket has filled. So 100 naira times 10 is 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira can multiply into another thing. So let's get all this culture. Thank you very much for tonight. I really want to appreciate us. Can I give room for one or two persons who may want to ask questions? If you have any, and if you don't, we'll quickly call it a day for tonight. You can, who is speaking?
Hi.
All right. I'm listening to you. Ruth, are you speaking? Okay. It's as though there's no question tonight, right?
No.
All right.
Hello?
Hello. Okay, I can hear you.
Okay. Mine is just an appreciation. I'm sorry I joined the little part I was able to. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello? Okay, fine. I really want to appreciate the organizers of this particular meeting, and I must tell you that you are doing a wonderful work. The bulk of the job of inspiring people to be productive has to do with you know, making people to take actions, which is very difficult. I think with this meeting, somebody like me is beginning to make a move. You know, there's this tendency that you have a whole lot of ideas, you want to make a step, you don't have it, you are not really, you know, taking action. But I must tell you that this particular interaction has really inspired me a lot. And I'm hopeful that soon I'll start up and I'm going to testify
All
to
right.
what
Thank you.
I've done. So thank you so much.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. We appreciate your comment. Thank you very much. Any other persons you may want to say something? You can just call it today now. Okay, if there is no other one, let me quickly introduce to us. This program is brought to us by School of Sales. School of Sales is a platform wherein we are training people how to sell, basically how to sell. Our model for selling is through internet. Yeah, because first thing is we have people build their confidence out of them. So we give them a lot of assignments. Our classes host online and it goes for a month. So from the School of Sales, you learn how to sell. Now, part of the packages for School of Sales is that even if you don't have a business idea, like I said the other time, learn how to sell. You cannot have ability to sell yourself and you never have a business idea. The more you learn skills, the more you increase. So part of the packages for this month is how to start your own business. And that is why we are here. Now, our next month registration is also, I mean, we started registration today. It just goes for, this time around, we already have two faculties. We have people who want to start uh, digital marketing business. We have people who want to start service businesses. We have people who are going to be in, maybe you want to start blogging, start a blog, because these are the areas where money are currently flowing now. You cannot afford to start some businesses that restrict movement and you think you can sail through this coronavirus. And one thing you don't know is that coronavirus has taken effect. Even if tomorrow they declare that the world is free from coronavirus, it will take the next 8 months before the world can reposition itself. Because currently now there are a lot of vacuums in the system. So, but is it until that time we're going to start eating? No. There are different business areas that you can leverage on, and we are ready to hold you by the ends, shoulder you, and put you in line out of all this. My greatest goal, my greatest joy will be that all these people that I'm seeing on this in this class tonight can have a website even in the next 1 month, maximally. Because the moment you have a website, you are beginning to speak to the world, you are beginning to make a whole lot of money. The idea the facilitator shared the other time that can you get 20 persons to give you 500 naira? I mean, it's small. If you are selling a product of 500 naira, in fact, if you are selling a product of $1 and you can send it out to 1,000 people in a day to buy your product, you are already a millionaire. What am I talking about? To get 1,000 people is now easy, and it is through the aid of internet. You have a website. If you have a website, you put your product on your website. We help you get a landing page. We market your product on YouTube. Boom, sporadically you have increased, and then your sales begin to come up. I might not be able to share a very good detail of all this, but truthfully, it's very, very important that you have a website. I mean, it's very, very important. If I, from my WhatsApp alone, I'm sharing this with you now. From my WhatsApp alone, I have over 400 people that have used my WhatsApp status daily. Where do I get them? That's why I make my sales. Are you getting it? So 400 people view my WhatsApp status daily. I bless a lot of people and I'm happy. People view my status, they said testimony. This is what you posted yesterday. I'm now taking action. I'm looking into it. And I'm beginning to feel like, oh, I mean, something really huge is happening. All right. So, but all of us, let's look at these procedures. We can get a website, but let's begin to think of an idea. One thing I don't do is for people to say, I don't want somebody to steal my idea. See, I have written a book as to that. Anybody who say I don't want somebody to steal my idea, stay with your idea. The idea has been with you for a long time, all right? But you have not done anything and the idea has never profited you. Can you share your idea and have a partnership with people. Do you know the idea you have? Somebody has the money, does not have an idea. You guys can come together. That is why partnership needs to be embraced in Nigeria. I have shared lots of ideas. Every time I kneel down in my room to pray, I get ideas. This school of sales was an idea that came November 2019, October 2019. And what problem am I solving? I'm not really solving the problem of what we are doing now. The problem is in Nigeria, number one, we don't have an organized sales channel. We don't have an organized sales team. If you ask a lot of youth out there, there is a job in our company. Would you like to pick a job from us? Say, what job? We say sales. I don't want to do sales. Have you ever heard anybody say that? I don't like sales. I don't want to do sales. I don't want to do sales. But every businesses that you see today need somebody to be a sales rep to them. Why? Because sales has been tagged in name. That, for instance, a lady, even if he has never been in the shoes before, he says that when you do marketing or you do sales for a bank, for instance, people start asking you out, you don't have your dignity, you have men who molest you because of the job target. Now, what is my solution with the school of sales? My solution with the school of sales is that we want to build people that are confident enough to sell. But the idea is you are not selling for a company. You're not going to be selling for GT. You're not going to be selling for, no. You are not carrying your certificate after passing through school of sales to a company and say, employ me, I'm a salesperson. That's not the idea. The idea is that you can stand as a company of your own in sales or build a team of people who can sell, and then you approach this company as a business to business. So the idea is I'm promoting your business and getting commission. If you approach GT Bank or you approach a bank, for instance, and they give you a target of 100 million, and in a month you are not able to meet up with 100 million, they will give you the percentage you can meet up and never put you at the back of the corner and tell you that since you cannot meet up 100 million, you will lose your job. That is how people begin to get scared and do what is unnecessary. So if you as a salesperson, you are so competent enough, you are selling for a real estate firm, you are selling for GT Bank, you pick up in an insurance company. You see how your partnership now grows now. So you pick up an insurance company, you pick job at GT Bank, you pick job at Zenith Bank, you just market their product, you are selling their product. Whatever sale that you bring to them, they record at the end of the month and they give you your money. So you are not on target. You are not pressurized. Your destiny is not at stake. That is number one problem we want to solve. So we want to build a community of people who are vibrant in sales. Number two idea of school of sales is that Africa generally are suffering from affiliate marketing. And there are lots of people that are in affiliate marketing and they make a lot of money. Now, Africa and Nigeria, because of the name, our initial people who got exposed to all these platforms has tagged us. We couldn't have them giving us an integrity or a name. So international affiliate marketing like ClickBank, they have in one way or another been able to back us out. Nigerians are not allowed to do affiliate marketing with the highest paying affiliate marketing platforms in the world, about 2 or 3. Some of the countries in Africa also have the same challenge. Now, what is our own view is that in the next 1 year or 1.5 years, we want to build an affiliate marketing store that can work for Africa, not just Nigeria. So that will be competing with the whole world at the levels that they are. And we have mapped out our strategy. Now, I'm sharing this idea. Anybody can pick it up. Anybody can start it. I'm not afraid of sharing an idea. Like I told you, get it, do it. If you do it, it will bring money to you and it will bring comfort to a lot of youths in Nigeria who can market. So affiliate marketing, what is affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing is that somebody is selling tomato, but you can help the person market your tomato, the tomato on your WhatsApp group. So as the person delivers, it gives you money. That's all we call about affiliate marketing. So with this idea, I hope that we can have a little insight about School of Sales and the vision that we carry. We're not carrying the vision for ourselves, but we carry for the world. So from time to time, we're bringing this class up to us, and we like your recommendations to always come. You can refer people to us. You can bring up people online and let us see how we can shape things together and bring out something so interesting out of it. So I want to appreciate everybody that has been here tonight. It's been awesome. Some are gone, some are were in. We have had about 20 people. At least it's very encouraging for a start. This will be our first class that we invite audience to come and join us at the School of Sales. So subsequently, perhaps on Sunday, we are going to send a message to everybody who has been here tonight and then increase our advertisement earlier than the 30 minutes that we give it out to people so that other people can also benefit from all this. Thank you very much. I so much love you. From United States, Georgia, Mommy, I so much celebrate you. From Ghana, Nicholas, I celebrate you. And my fellow people in Nigeria, from Lagos, from Port Harcourt, from every other places, you are so awesome. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much tonight. All right, so I think we have come to the end of the class. We can start exiting the class.